Hi friends, I'm Scott from Sharkey's Greenhouses and Beat Your Neighbor Fertilizer, and today we're talking about one of our favorites, and that is Lantana. And there's many reasons why it's our favorite and our customers' favorites. So let's get into some of the care for this beautiful plant. Now, first off, just look at the variety from the pinks, the yellows, to the hot pinks, and this series, this Cherry Sunrise. This changes multiple colors, so it's really cool because it comes out as this hotter pink, and as that flower ages, it turns different colors as it ages. It starts to go to oranges and yellows to reds, so it's really unique in the fact that you can have all these different colors in the same plant. So Lantana is one of our favorites, and I want to go over just a little bit of the care and the reasons that it is easy to care for a plant. So they like the heat, all right? It is a tropical plant, and a lot of our friends that come up from the south, they have Lantana all over the place. And think of it, in the south, they have the hot, full sun. So it loves full sun. That's where it thrives. Full sun, high heat. It can handle going a little bit drier. It doesn't like to be sopping wet. You know, down in the south, it is a perennial. Not here for us in the upper Midwest. It cannot handle those harsh winter temperatures. So it's not a perennial, it's an annual for us, but in some areas in the south, yes, it is a perennial. So there is some care that comes along with Lantana, and you do need to deadhead them. So as that flower cluster ages, you will notice the little flower petals dropping, and when it really starts getting sparse, then that is the time to go through and deadhead it. And all you have to do is go right behind the flower head and nip it off right at the stem. So you just go through, nip that off. Now if you didn't get to it, and the flower is totally, all the petals have come off, it'll look like a little pineapple. So you can go through, nip that little, we call it a pineapple, it's just a little berry basically by that time, nip it off right behind the head and take it right off. So you will have to go through and clean up your Lantana. There is some deadheading to do. All right, let's talk about the reason that Lantana is so popular with our customers. And the reason is, it is a very deer-resistant and animal-resistant flower. So this is something that our customers can have. You know, we're in the north woods of Wisconsin and the deer are everywhere, but they don't typically touch the Lantana. Now, there's a reason, and we have to address that reason. The reason is it is toxic. So you need to think about that. The animals know that there is some sort of toxicity to this plant, and so they don't touch it. But now, if you have puppies, or you have a cat, or you have some dogs that go along and do munch in your plants and flowers, then that's really something to think about. The Lantana might not be for you. Now, we have 2 dogs, and they don't touch Lantana at all. You know, I don't worry about my dogs one bit because they just don't touch it. Most animals have that instinct not to touch it. And I've only had one person in all the years that we've been doing this said, yeah, the deer came along and munched on my Lantana. That was one person. So it is 99% effective, you know, in the other sense of most deer, rabbits, the animals that typically come along and munch on your plants and flowers, Lantana is our #1 that they don't touch. So you can mix this in with your plants and flowers because it does help give that level of protection even to other plants, you know, like petunias, where the deer will come along and they'll munch on those petunias, or impatiens or wax begonias. The Lantana does help provide a barrier, but sometimes, yes, you know, they will steer away from the Lantana, but they might munch on petunias that are down the ways a little bit. But overall, Lantana is very effective at keeping the deer away from munching on your plants and flowers. Now, to keep your Lantana looking beautiful, they do grow up nice and big. This series gets about 18 inches tall. To keep them blooming, be sure to fertilize them once a week with our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. That will keep them going. That will keep those blooms popping and making that landscape gorgeous, and to keep that plant nice and healthy. And you can find our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, of course, on our website at beatyourneighbor.com. If you're liking our videos, be sure to give us a thumbs up and to follow us, and also to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of how-to videos there. We have hundreds of videos that you can check out for yourself. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.